Gigobite started out as a young monster with a tranquil soul, but a heart that would one day be tainted by evil. Gigobite would fight alongside other monsters when one day he would come close to almost being eaten. Luckily, he was saved by Aria. Fighting alongside her, Gigobite would power up into Gigobite. Gigobite would become unpossessed by Aria, allowing him to go off on his own. However, Gigobite would go off and get himself into quite some trouble. Sneaking around Freed the Brave Wanderer's camp, he would try to steal some food being made by the Marmiting captain. Attempting to stop him, Freed and Gigobite would begin the battle. Not wanting to kill him, or suffer any casualties of his own, Freed would send Gigobite to a different dimension. Stumbling around in the different dimension, Gigobite would come across the Invader of Darkness, who would attempt to offer him as a tribute. However, he would be saved by the captain from the camp, who followed him into the different dimension to make sure he would be okay. Escaping the Invader of Darkness, they would come across a blazing INPACHI, who for some reason wanted revenge on the captain. They would begin the battle, and Gigobite, on the brink of defeat from INPACHI, would be saved by the marauding captain, who would use his body as a shield to protect them. This would lead to Gigobite being able to extinguish blazing INPACHI and win the fight. This is when Gigobite would discover justice and become Gagagigo. The duo would proceed to fight evil in the Dark World. Together they would proceed to face off once again with the Invader of Darkness, and during the fight one of the captain's soldiers would find himself about to be killed by the Invader, but as the captain once did for him, Gagagigo used his body as a shield to protect the soldier. About to lose the fight, they are able to escape the Invader once more, and Gagagigo meets with a certain mad scientist to help him with his life-threatening injuries. This is how he becomes Gagagigo. This new power would quickly corrupt Gagagigo, however. Wanting revenge on the man who sent him to the Dark World in the first place, he would leave the lab and send himself back to his own dimension. Testing his newfound power on a nearby cobra, Gagagigo once again faces Freed, but Gagagigo is not the only one who has gotten stronger. Freed has also gotten stronger with new technology to boot. Draining his attacks and hitting Gagagigo with a counterblow, once again, Freed defeats the lizard. Desiring even more power, he sacrifices what's left of himself to become Gagagigo. Seeking revenge on everyone he's faced, including beheading INPACHI and defeating the Invader of Darkness, he, for the final time, goes after Freed. Marauding Captain, however, steps in, reminding Gagagigo of who he once was and the companionship they shared over justice. The captain was not able to only save Freed, but Gagagigo, who would become Gagagigo the Risen. And that's the lore of how